like to state that I'd like to increase the fares at least on Sundays to facilitate service on Sundays because it's such a vital part to everybody involved.
It seems like there ought to be better ways of taking care of this. I know we're in a depression or a recession rather, but it seems like it could be a better thing because it's going to hurt a lot of people who have to make money too, you know. So I'm just saying maybe y'all could find some other alternatives. I would really like to see that, you know, because I'm totally on the bus. I have no car, but I'm thinking about getting one if this continues.
We need that. People for church. I go to church, and I have other people go to church, and I have friends that go to church, and handicapped people, and people that go to work. They need the Sunday and the holiday service. I don't think it should be terminated, and I think this would be a mistake if they terminate the service.
I ride the bus 7 days a week, and I am not a normal business person, so I don't work a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday job. Having service every single day of the week is more important to me than having fare or than having the convenience of having a bus every 15 minutes. I'd rather have to wait at a bus stop, wait for my transfer, than not have service at all one day of the week.
I'd just like to say that these cuts are going to put several hundred more people on the road every morning and every afternoon going to Boeing, and the parking lots now are over capacity. I think the roads are as well, both in the afternoon and in the morning. I think it's ill-conceived that you would cut commuter routes to the county's largest employer as a first choice, and I think that there's other areas where community transit should be looking at and utilizing the revenue that they have to fund the commuter buses.
I ride the 280 from Lake Stevens, departing at 5:41. I go to the Everett station. I take a Sound Transit bus to Canyon Park, and I get on the 441 there to go to the east side. I understand that you are eliminating the 441, and I think perhaps you do not understand that the alternatives you are offering us are totally inadequate. It would add over an hour per day to my commute, which I just can't handle. No way can I be commuting on a bus for another hour a day.
Where I pick up the 477, there's really no alternative. Yes, I could transfer buses at Montlake Terrace or something, but like I said, transferring does not work. It might work on paper, but in reality it does not work like a direct bus does.
Personally, I think you really need to think about the neighborhoods that are uniquely served, where they don't have any options, and you need to keep those routes going. Even if it means a bigger bus and less runs, that's okay. You can live with that, but there's a lot of people who choose not to have cars or can't drive cars, they're disabled or elderly, and you're leaving a whole neighborhood in the lurch.
This is my husband, Peter. That's him before he had a stroke about a year ago, and since then he has been paralyzed on his right side. He is unable to speak, eat, or drink. Church is a lifeline to him. It's important for him to have not only get to go and worship with his friends, but also to be surrounded by the people who love him and pray for him. And without this service, without the DART service on Sunday, he would not be able to do that.
I've been riding DART for 15 years, and I've been very, very pleased with it. I'm not angry about what you're doing. I'm just wishing there's some other way of doing it.
So regarding services for Sundays, at Eagle Wings we run 17 celebrations each year that serve all across Snohomish County. At these events, there are more than 250 people with developmental disabilities at these events. 95% of those people use DART bus. That's how they get to the events. Like I said, the events are all across Snohomish County, and they have no other way of getting there. They don't have a choice. They don't have a driver's license or the ability to ride the regular community transit bus.
So I really depend on DART to have a life. And curtailment of Sunday service and evening service will prevent me from attending worship and having such a vital part of my life taken away. And even though I understand that it would eventually be restored, I ask you just not to affect DART with so many of us, the vulnerable, and depending on this valuable lifeline for our lives. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak.